We're gonna continue in our Peanuts characters drawings, and we're gonna draw another fun one today. So we're gonna draw Peppermint Patty. She is the girl that always calls Charlie Brown Chuck. So we're gonna draw her. She's a lot of fun. So we're gonna start with her head. The top of her head is gonna be way up here. And so we're gonna start this time not with the face, but with the hair. So she's got some interesting hair that kind of goes like this, okay? And when we're drawing it, it's gonna kind of end up looking like a little football helmet in a way. So if you have that picture in your head, that might help you. This is gonna come down. Let me get my light on here better. There we go. This is gonna come down, and it's gonna come straight down, and this is gonna come straight down like that. Now, remember, you're using a pencil. The only reason why I'm using a marker is because when I draw on here with the pencil, you just don't see it very well on the video. So remember, if you need to erase, you totally can by using a pencil. So we've got this side of her hair, and now we're going to get this side of her hair. It's gonna come down, and it's gonna be kind of the same like that, okay? Now, her neck is gonna be down here, but her head kind of comes like that. That's kind of how her head kind of goes. We're gonna worry about her face later. Little neck. She also tends to wear collared shirts. And we've gotten a lot of practice of that by making a V and then making the collar. And then we're going to move on to her arms. Now, she's doing a cheering pose. And so one of her arms is gonna be straight up, and so that's gonna be different than anything we've done before. So we're gonna have her sleeve going straight up, okay? This other arm's gonna be going out. So she's doing like a cheerleading pose. We're gonna talk a little bit about in front of and behind. So her arm is gonna go behind her hair. Okay, her hair is here, her arm is gonna go behind. So we're gonna draw this part of her arm, and then it goes behind. So I just lift my pen up and move it, and it continues right there. So I draw it, I lift it up and continue, and then draw right there. This part, you can draw the whole part, but that's her arm, and her hand is going to be in a fist like this, rah, 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 rah. So we're going to put her little thumb coming down, and then all the other fingers are going to curl around like that. Okay, so she's got her hand in a little fist. This arm's gonna be quite tricky because it's gonna be pulled to her side. So we're gonna draw the elbow coming down. We're gonna connect up that cute little sleeve. And then we've had a lot of practice with our broccoli hands. So we've got the broccoli hands. Now for her shirt, she wears kind of a long shirt, and it's gonna come down. My marker's not working very well. Then she wears shorts. So we're gonna put some shorts on her. We're gonna get to my favorite part pretty soon. Legs, 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 and legs. Now, the fun thing about her is she wears these sandals that kind of look like flip-flops. So we get to draw toes. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so she has these flip-flop things that go across, and then she has a heel. These connect down. And now before we can bring them around, we need to bring the feet. So this foot is in front, this is behind. So in front, we're gonna come out and draw a toe. Then we're gonna draw another toe, and then another toe, and a little toe. So then this can come around like that. That's her shoe. So over here, we're gonna do the same thing, a toe, another toe, another toe, another toe. And there we go. And we have pretty much finished the shoes. So I like the fact that we get to draw toes. It's quite fun. Now, face. Her face is very similar to all of the other faces in that she's got the backwards C for the nose. Her eyes are right there. She is got a big smile. Looks like she's probably shouting some kind of a cheer. And what I also like about her is she has something that I have, which are freckles. I'm gonna give her some freckles and some eyebrows way up here. Now we can work on our details. So in her hair, it kind of shows the direction that her hair is going, which is like this. Her shirt always has stripes on it. So the stripes go up the sleeves and then down straight. So my stripe's going behind the hand, just like that. I can't get the lid off. Now, for outlining, we're going to use, I got okay, are we ready to outline today? I got I got outline marker. Went and I picked one up, so I'm using a Crayola, which is what we're used to using. The thing I like about these is they give me really good thick lines and really good thin lines. So I definitely want all of my main outlines to be the thick lines, and the details can be the thin lines. So now I'm using the tip of it. See how when I hold it straight up, I get a nice thin line. I want details to be thin lines. I can go ahead and color the eyes in black when I'm outlining, and I can do the freckles. I like freckles. Little angel kisses, that's what freckles are. If I want to, I can go ahead and color in the mouth with the marker, or I can wait and do that when I'm using the crayon, and that's your artistic choice. So all of my outside lines, if you notice, the big lines, I'm using the side of the marker, and so it's nice and fat so that when I color, I can see it really good. I did a really bad job right there. This goes behind the hair. Nice outlining happening now with a black marker, tracing all of the pencil lines. I'm gonna go ahead and do all the fat lines, and then I'm gonna come back and do the nice skinny lines for Peppermint Patty. Now skinny lines inside. See how they're much skinnier? So I'm holding my marker different. If you have a Crayola marker, you can do this. That's why I like them, is they have the side and then the other side. Okay, we are ready for coloring. If you need to go back and erase any of your pencil lines, this would be the time to do that. Coloring Peppermint Patty. Okay, let's see. Peppermint Patty has peach skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her that. Peach skin. Making sure I'm not scribbling and I'm getting rid of all of the white. Really loved seeing all the pictures you guys have been sending me that you've been drawing. You're such good artists. I can't wait to see how your peppermint patties look. I'm gonna make sure that when I'm coloring the skin, I don't forget the toes. That's my favorite part to draw on this. So Peppermint Patty has kind of a brownish color hair, but it's also kind of a reddish color hair. It's not super, super, super brown. So I'm going to choose a color that's like this. It's kind of a brownish, reddish color. But if I feel like it's not brown enough, I can always add a little bit more brown, and I do think I might need a little bit more brown. The other thing is if you don't have a color that you think really works, you can always mix them. That's what's great about crayons. So I think that really is too orange, so I'm gonna pick just a regular brown, and I'm gonna if I can get it out. There we go. And I'm gonna color over it with a regular brown, and it gives it just a little bit more brown color. That's better. That's more Peppermint Patty's hair. Then I'm going to move on and think about her shirt. Now, I've really only ever seen it one color, and maybe I've not been looking enough, but I've really only ever seen it be green. So I'm going to color my Peppermint Patty shirt green. If you really want to color it a different color, that can be an artistic choice, but I've almost always seen it be green. She's really cheering for her friends. It's important for us to do that. It's good for us to do that. Now, on her pants, well, they're shorts, really. Her shorts are black. Sometimes they have a little stripe up the sides. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. And the reason why I didn't color them black on with the marker is because I want to make sure I see the little part that shows that they're shorts. They don't look like a skirt. Okay, sometimes I have seen them with a little bit of a blue tint. So if you wanted to add like a little blue on top of it, just to make it a little different, you can. This is kind of like those, like, you know, the athletic pants that you have that have the stripe up the side. That's what it's kind of like, because she is an athlete. That's one of the things about her that makes her special and different, is she is an athlete. Let's go ahead and color in her shoes. These are brown. To me, they look like Birkenstocks. You guys know what kind of shoes those are? They're really comfy shoes. So to me, it looks like she's wearing Birkenstocks. And I'm done with her, but if I wanted to add some background, I'm assuming she's cheering like outside at some event. So I'm gonna put some grass on there, just like that. And I'm gonna color in my grass, because I'm gonna make it like she's maybe cheering for Charlie Brown. Is this the green I want to use? Yeah, let's use this green. It's different than the shirt. So I wanted to make sure I was using a different green than the shirt. So I'm gonna color. Notice I'm putting my crayon on the side, not on the top. When I put it on the top, I get little lines. I want big lines. So I'm putting it on the side, and I'm coloring, holding my paper still with my other hand, all the way to the edges. If I wanted to make some more little grasses in here, I could do that with the tip of it. Let's think about the sky. I'm going to want a nice blue sky for this one, and I can do that because she's not wearing any blue. So that makes this easier. When I'm coloring the sky, I want to make sure to color in between there, because we're seeing the sky in between there. I know a lot of times when we color the sky, we color just the top and then we leave all this white. But we need to color the sky going all the way down to the grass. And you might be wondering why there's this gray paper under here today. And that's because when I'm coloring, sometimes I get messy when I go all the way to the edge, and I didn't want to get it on my white poster board that I have down underneath. So I put a piece of gray construction paper that's bigger than my paper underneath there. So if I happen to get some on there, it's a-okay, because it's just construction paper. It's not my big old placemat, so it's good. That's why I did this. You see how that's looking different? If I cover this side up, it looks like she's outside. Whoops, I forgot this. Don't forget that. So now I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to color her all the way down the sky. I could add some things in the background if I wanted. So some of you have been adding trees and suns, and I've seen some really cool flowers and even a couple butterflies. That's beautiful. And you can add anything that your creativity tells you to add. That's why we can have artistic choices in our picture. And you don't have to make her outside. You can make her inside. I just thought it kind of looked like she was cheering for them because, you know, they play football all the time. And I can just hear her saying, "Way to go, Chuck." I could hear her saying that in her Peppermint Patty voice. So if I wanted to add like some birds or something, I could take a different color and maybe have them flying in the background. What color do I want? I want to use this one. And so I'm just going to make some M-shaped birds flying in the background. I like to put things in threes. I think it looks better. And I could have made a sun, I just forgot. But that's our Peppermint Patty. Tomorrow we'll draw a different character.